Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the 21-day course of understanding inner self, cultivating peace. Today is day nine, and we have explored human structure together. And yesterday, uh, we we knew two more concepts: three masses and the total karma. And in three masses, we have blessing, merits, and evil masses. And at the total karma, we have a total karma of knowledge, of religion, of relationship, and of results. And then, because of these two concepts, we can explain a human's life. And now we know what is the root cause of human's life according to a religion or faith. Here we are using the knowledge that's come from Buddhism, blessing and merit. These two messages help us understand and explain everything about a human's life. A person who have a good life because uh, they have more blessings seeds and or blessings particles, and those who are wise and know what is right to do, so they have the merit masses, the merit mass, and or they have the merit particles. Today, um, we we can borrow that knowledge, the knowledge of human structure, three masses, and total karma to explore one more principle, the operating principle of self-awareness. Here we have another principle that is the operating principle of self-awareness. Thank you so much for your presence and time. And let's explore this principle together and know how our self awareness works. And let me share the screen and then we can start. Okay, yesterday we start here. And when we live in this life, we want to have a good experience and a good life experience. So we want the human life view. We want to have a good world view experience and universe view experience. In this life, we can't divide things into three categories, which are human life, human life, human life view, world view, and universe view. And the knowledge that we are sharing is human life's view. Sorry. And these views, how we experience life, depends on the the vibrational frequency. If you ever heard about the vibrational frequency, mm, vibrational a uh, vibrational frequency. In physics, when we study at school, I think we have known about this concept, frequency. Everything has its frequency, or to be more specific, there is vibrational frequency. Like everything, everything is of made from the particles. We have fundamental particles, which is cannot divide into the smaller subjects. And we call them fundamental or basic particles. And things, everything in this life, in this physical world, is made of those fundamental particles. And because of their vibrations, their movements, they always are active. So that's why their their movements make uh, generate the vibrational frequency of each subject objects in this world. And even um, this marker, this pen, has its frequency, and then and we know that metals, we know about that better in metals. They have the machine that can measure the vibrational frequency of metals. So that's why they in alchemist industry, they they use those machines um, to sense the vibrational frequency of gold, of lead, some other metals, so that they know where it is to mine them. So everything has its own vibrational frequency, and because of the vibrational frequencies, and our body also has its vibrational frequencies. The And if we have a good we have a high vibrational frequency, we could have a good experience in life. With a high vibrational frequency, we have a good experience in life. Okay. So the vibrational frequency can be high, it can be low, can be high, and it can be super high, super high. Those who have the low vibrational frequency, they experience life with bad experience. They're easy to encounter suffering, sadness, sorrow, agony, insecure, many bad is that negative emotion is situation. People When people measure the vibrational frequency, they say it's too low. And those who have high vibrational frequency, um, they experience good life. And they often say that they are so lucky to have this thing, to encounter this one, to have this in their lives. And those who have the super or ultra high vibrational frequency, they have good um, non-physical non-physical life. I mean, good mental health. Those who have high vibrational frequency, they could have a physical material life. And those who have ultra high or super high vibrational frequency, they have the immaterial life. They have a very good immaterial life. It means that the mental health is very good. there is a book, as I remember, that it names the power of force, the power of force. Um, I think of David Hopkins. Uh, the power versus force of David Hopkins, which also mentioned about the vibrational frequency. And he had a pyramid or a ladder to explain about the low, high, and super or ultra high vibrational frequency. And as I remember, they below 200, uh, with those who have the vibrational frequency below 200, they often experience insecurity, agony, suffering, pain, and many, many negative emotions in life. And above uh, 200 of vibrational frequency, people often experience that is the vibrational frequency of happiness, of joyfulness, of inner of of good experience. And the ultra high vibrational frequency is the frequency of inner peace. So in science, they have explained how vibrational frequencies of an object or our vibrational frequencies can help it to experience a good life. Because when we have those vibrational frequencies is aligned with it aligns with the vibrational frequency of happiness, of joyfulness, of just, of tolerance, of embrace, of gratitude, of appreciation, and so on. Because we are on the same vibrational frequencies of though good or bad emotions or experience, so that we see them. um, happiness happiness can be a material in our eyes, but it can be the immaterial in others' eyes, because we can, if we feel it, we sense it. It means that we sense the non-physical assets like um, wisdom, like happiness, like inner peace. It means that it means that is is the material in our eyes, but others cannot feel it, cannot sense it. It means that it's still immaterial in their eyes. And why it happens? Because because the difference of the vibrational frequency. So if we have the vibrational frequencies which aligns with the vibrational frequencies of of happiness, we can feel happiness. If someone has the vibrational frequencies which aligns with our suffering, so they feel suffering. So to have a good life experience, we need to have a height or ultra height vibrational frequency. And how can we have a high or ultra high vibrational frequency? So um I think if you ever heard, I think if you when you buy the house, or especially in Eastern countries, they care too much about uh, feng shui. It means that when they find a place to live, they ask a feng shui master comes to that house and measure if the energies, if the frequency in that area in that house is good or not, and where to put the kitchens, the living room, and everything is a house, how to arrange things, how to put things in that house, for example, to make a good feng shui for that house, and it also can support for the owner. Uh, so that is a mindset of someone who want to borrow the good or the high vibrational frequency from outside. And somebody also can borrow or buy some stone or some objects, and they call this feng shui objects, which can raise the vibrational frequency for themselves. Um, but those objects just just the external force. And if we depend too much on that, it's not really good. If we can generate the a high or super high vibrational frequency from within, so um we are entitled to, we have the power, to create the life that we want. So happiness, inner peace is in our hand. Um, and you have the extra or external force to help you at that time is good. But if you have nothing from within and just borrow some force from the outer world, is not good, because we always depends on the external factors, and we cannot be independent in our lives. So where this human's vibrational frequency comes from. So to create or generate a human's vibrational frequency, um, we need electromagnetic state of mind, or electromagnetic vibrational state of mind. To make it short, electromagnetic state of mind, state of we know about the concept of electromagnetic in human structure. So negative and positive particles movement generate the electromagnetic states of mind or of inner self. And the low vibrational frequency is equivalent to the negative. So the negative electromagnetic state of mind. Negative. Okay. Negative. And high vibrational frequency is equivalent to the positive electromagnetic state of mind. And super high or ultra high vibrational frequency is equivalent to balance. Okay, balance. Balance electromagnetic state of mind. Or to make it short, we can call it electromagnetic state. So that we have negative, positive, and balance. Is in between. And which generate our electromagnetic state of mind? It is self-awareness, or we call inner self-awareness or mind awareness. So it's from self-awareness, from our self-awareness. when we learned about the formula of life's origins, and we know that everything starts from us. We're the root cause of everything that happened in our life because of our uh, mental images, so that we have that life, because of our blessed and merit and evil masses, so that we have that's life according to religions and faith point of view. Those are self-awareness. So if we have that kind of self-awareness, we have the positive electromagnetic state of mind. But if someone, those who have the self-awareness, that's um, what happens in their life is other people's faults. They blame others, or sometimes they blame themselves. So those with those self-awareness, they have the negative electromagnetic state of mind, and they have the low vibrational frequency. Of course, they experience a very bad life. And those who have the self-awareness that things comes from them, and they know how to make their life better, how to change their life. So they have the positive electromagnetic state of mind, and generate the high vibrational frequency, so they experience a good life. And those who have the self-awareness that uh, have the truth from within, and then generate the true nature of mind, and they have the inner peace, which is create the balanced electromagnetic state of mind, and they have is emits the ultra high vibrational frequency. So they experience inner peace, they have good mental health, the non-physical life, the non-physical life is very good. So that's how self-awareness is very important. That is the cause of the root cause of human's life. And that's why this journey is the journey of raising self-awareness, how to raise our self-awareness so that we can have the balance, we can have and maintain balance electromagnetic state of mind, and then it's just move forward to positive electromagnetic state, move between these two states to have high and super or ultra high vibrational frequency, so that we can have the physical or non-physical lives, a good physical and non-physical lives. And self-awareness is actually from the positive particles that we have inside. If we have the positive particles, if we have uh, many positive particles, which is the blessing mass, it's sim it's simple for those who have blessings to have the high to have the self-awareness that's have them have the positive electromagnetic state. And those who contain too much evil minds, so their self-awareness can lead to the negative electromagnetic states. So that's why we need to accumulate blessing, blessing particles and merit particles. To do that, to accumulate blessings particles and merits particles, we need to know how to give. And I hope that we can talk about that topic in this journey, the giving, the giving. Okay, this is the operating principle of self-awareness. This is the principle of self-awareness, and we can see that self-awareness can create the electromagnetic state of mind, and it emits the vibrational frequency so that we have experience, we have the orientation of life experience. Okay, and now we move to another principle, another the operating principle, which is very interesting, very interesting. And we can it's not it doesn't only help us to understand our life, but also can help us to change our life. Okay, so we have the operating principle. of subconsciousness. The operating principle of subconsciousness. Um, we have consciousness, which help us know and aware of everything around us. And but it's just like a surface of uh, the iceberg. It's just like rising part above the surface, um, the water surface of the iceberg. But the the parts that we cannot see, the part that we cannot see, is like the subconsciousness. It's like our subconsciousness, which um, knows everything, knows everything. When we talk about the total karma, we have the total karma of knowledge, of relationship, of the result, the life result or life outcomes. And those karmas, we have accumulated them in many lives. In many lives, it's not just in this life. Of course, it's in according to Buddhism, we have lived many lives. So that's why we have accumulated many things, knowledge, relationship, life results. So that's why it's explained someone's easy to achieve this one, but the other is easy to achieve the other one because they have accumulated these results in many lives, and now they just activate those karma and achieve it simpler than others. And there are people who need to make a lot of effort to achieve something because they didn't have a blessing particles much in that area, so they need to accumulate the blessing particles or blessing mask in that area so that they yeah, wait, and they need to water it. They need to fertilizer it. So and wait until it's grow up and until the day that I can reap the fruit or harness the fruits. So um, there is we can view our subconsciousness as a garden. We call it our subconsciousness garden. And this subconsciousness garden, yeah, subs subconsciousness garden. And in this garden, there is there are three types of seeds, which grows to be uh, three types of three three the tree and produce three types of fruits. So we use three different colors. So towards seed, which could grow to be the tree and then produce the fruits of each type. Where we have this is the seed of our knowledge. Where the seed of relationship. And we had the seed of life results. Results. We accumulate these seeds through what we hear to relate, through what we hear what we hear, what we see, what we say, and what we know. Through the through the human nature. Layer and the humanity. Humanity layer of human structure. So in many lives, we hear, we see, we say, and we know about uh about a knowledge, a relationship, or a result, knowledge, relationships, results, and we perceive them through human nature and the humanity layer. And we have the emotions when we hear, we see, we say, and we know them. And we have our interpretants about the knowledge, the religions, the results that we hear, we see, we say, and we know. And those things could um, be accumulated and stored in a place that called the subconsciousness. And we call it subconsciousness garden. In the garden that have a lot of seeds, which then grow up to be a lot of trees, and with the trees that produce the the fruits, the fruits, knowledge, the fruits of knowledge, the fruit of relationship, the fruit of result. And these gardens, these gardens is managed by a farmer named Bean, by the bean farmer, Bean. And when this farmer pays attention to a seed, to a seed, would then grow to be the tree and have the result. For example, that is the tree of relationship, and the relationship we're talking about here is the husband relation, the husband tree. It means that there's seeds about the relationship with the husband of that woman, and is grow to be the tree and then just produce the fruits of that relationship of the woman to her husband. And when she pays attention to her husband, or the tree of relationship with the husband, and she have good feelings, she feel happy when she think about her husband, it means that is have the good fruit. So there are three scenarios can have when we pay attention to a seed or tree in this garden. So this can, if when you pay attention to that seed or tree, it can, and the fruits can have three scenarios. That is a negative. If it's negative, so the fruits will be mm, undesirable. But if when you place attention to that tree and you have the positive feeling or emotion, and the fruit that the fruit that you got is, we call it desirable. Desirable. In the third scenario, that you have the balance states. Balance balance states, when you talk about that relationship. So is, please allow me to put a shortcut here. Undesirable. It's not undesirable or not undesirable or desirable fruit. So, through many lives, you accumulated knowledge, relationships, and results. You accumulated seeds and trees of knowledge, relationship, and results, and even the fruit of knowledge, relationship, and results. And when you accumulate it with electromagnetic state. And it could be the negative electromagnetic state. It could be positive electromagnetic state. It could be balanced electromagnetic state. It depends on how your human nature interpreted that message, or how your humanity layers reacted on that message, that information. So it's accumulated with the electromagnetic states. And in this life, when you think about a relationship, for example, because it contains a negative or positive or balanced electromagnetic state already in that tree or that seeds. So when you pay attention to that, for example, the relationship with the husband is, if it was accumulated with the negative electromagnetic states, then you have the undesirable fruits, from that tree, from the husband relationship with husband tree, the husband tree, and it can explain why you, when you meet someone for the first time and somehow in your mind have the reactions on that relationship, and you just naturally don't like that person, and you don't know why, and it can explain here because it's not the first time that you meet that person. You have met them in many lives before, but only your subconsciousness know. And but there are people who you meet for the first time, but you have good feeling about them. You feel like you you both very close to each other. You feel like they are your family. Because when you accumulated that relationship in many lives, you accumulated with the positive electromagnetic state. But there are people you don't feel like you like them or you hate them. Just like nothing, mm, nothing at all. So it means that it could be so that relationship can be like you accumulated with the balanced electromagnetic state. And similarly, you can explain about some knowledge that you know. For example, when you was in school, you like mathematics, because you have accumulated the knowledge about math in many lives with the um, positive electromagnetic state. So that's why it's easier or simpler for you to like it and to to be good at it. Or there are some subjects that you don't like, you even hate them, and you don't have good experience with them. So it means that in many lives you have accumulated those seeds, those trees with the negative electromagnetic state. So that's why you got the undesirable fruits from those trees. And even with the life results, there are areas, industries that when you work on that, it's simpler for you to achieve, to have achievements, to be successful. So it means that those results is also in your in your subconsciousness garden, in your karma, in your total karma. And when you just pay attention to it, and because of the positive electromagnetic states that you have accumulated in many lives about that in that area, so it's simply for you to achieve uh, things, to have achievement, to be successful in that area or in that industry. But when you move to another industry and you invest in that industry, and you have to pay every effort but still failed because you have accumulated um the negative the negative electromagnetic state in that seeds that treats in many lives. So, and through um, time just passed by and you still pay a lot of effort in it, and then at the end you can gain what you have give, because through times you have uh, you have create a lot of you have given in that area. It means that you generate the blessings in that area. So that's why you have the desirable results or fruits. So to have, because we don't know what we have done in many lives. That's why when things happen to us, it can be we can have the undesirable result or desirable fruits, and not undesirable fruits. If it's a desirable fruit, it's too good already. But what if is this an undesirable fruit and we want it to be? to be a good fruit, to be a desirable fruit. So what can we do? What can we do to turn from an undesirable result for fruits? Is need to uh, we need to shift out the electromagnetic state from negative to be balanced first. To be balanced first, and then from the balanced state, we push it to the negative, the positive states, simpler, simpler. So how can we have the balanced state? Do you still remember the truth? The truth when we accept things at its ease, like we use the hearing nature, we use the seeing nature to accept the message, the messages that come to us, come to our mind, and right away it generates the true nature in our mind, and then after that we have the inner peace. At that state, when it generates the nature, the true nature in our mind, that state will generate the balanced state of mind. So when we get the undesirable fruits and we accept it as it is, we hear it and we know that we just hear it. We hear that message and we see it and we know we just see it. That's it. No human nature is interpreting, no humanity layers, jump in, react with feelings or emotion. No, we see it at its ease, we hear it as its ease. That's it. And then is our turns from it shifts our electromagnetic state from negative to balanced state. And when we are at the balanced state, when we accept the message as it is, and then there are some ways, options for us to uh, to shift from balanced states to positive states. So you can think of the result that you want. For example, here we're talking about the relationship with the husband, right? So when that woman thinks about her husband, and it's turned to be the undesirable result, she hates him. Somehow she just hates him, and she wants to have a good relationship with him. That is the result she wants. So when she had the feeling that she hates him, at first the first step that she need to accept it. She need to accept that she have that feeling about her husband, and she know that message as it is. No judgment, no interpreting, no analyzing, and no reactions. Just accept it as it is. She know that she hated him, and that's it. And then she entered the balanced state. Balanced state. And the next step that she need to think about the the good image or of the relationship that she wants to have with her husband. Uh, she wants him uh, treat him like a queen, for example. She need to accumulate the collect the good images about relationship with husbands. This could be from other people, the realities. It could be from somewhere else, like films, movies, any place that she can get the good images of the relationship with her husband. And because of the good images, so she can shift from balanced state to the positive state, positive electromagnetic state. That's the first option. The second option is that she think about what he have done for her, everything that he has done for her, and she appreciated. She has the gratitude about the things that her husband has done for her family, for her children. Gratitude is the energy, and it also is a state of mind which has the positive electromagnetic state, which has the positive particles. So find something beautiful things that she sees from her husband's, and the more she think about it, the bigger it is in her mind. That's the second option. The third option is to shift from balanced state to positive state, that she needs to fight or draw out the lessons from that situation, from that circumstances. Uh, from he what he did to her, um, and she got a bad experience. At first, she need to move from negative state to balanced state, and then try to find the lessons from that situation, from that event. And she has gratitude because of the lesson that she have received, so that she can change herself positively. And when a person who uh, the blessings of can be created or accumulated by making people happy. So when she got the lessons from the be from that event, the event that her husband made it, and she had the lesson from that. So indirectly, her husband's soul accumulated the blessing particles. So both of them, the wife can raise her self-awareness, can shift from the balanced state to the positive state by having lessons or insights or in the enlightenment. And the husband also can raise her self-awareness by accumulating the blessing particles through uh, the gratitudes, the gratitudes that the wife has for her lessons from the situation, from the events that the husband has made. So that's how we can do to shift from balanced state to the positive state. In that case, we do one by one when things happens, and then we can deal with the we can deal with it like that. But we cannot just wait for things just happen and then we resolve it by that way. There are times in our life, uh, somehow we are not wise enough to do that, right? It's not like we always are wise uh, to shift from negative state to balanced state and then to be positive. We cannot just it's not simple for someone to maintain that state as always. So we need another method or another option that we can, water all of these gardens with positive and with positive electromagnetic state. So how can we do that? We can do that if we accumulated blessing and merit. Initially, we initiate to accumulate the blessing particles, merit particles, so that when we need, in case we need to use them, we have them to use. Blessings is equivalent to the positive particles. Merits is equivalent to balance particles or neutral particles. So with the merits that we have in us, we just water the balance particles, balance states in our gardens. And with balance states, it's not just only uh, stuff the negative electromagnetic states tree, but it's also affect the positive. It can balance. It's not just balance the negative one, but it's also balance the positive one. So once we have the balance states, we need to push it to the positive states by accumulating the positive particles. And so in this in human structure point of view, the root cause is blessing and merits. And the things that we need to do is accumulating the blessings and merits particles by giving. And we have 7 givings. And as I mentioned earlier, I hope that in this journey we can discuss about the 7 givings. There are 7 kind of kinds of givings. It's not just only one, just not just give money. There are 7 givings. So I hope that we can discuss about that in this journey. So this is how the subconsciousness works. And this is the operating principle of subconsciousness. And we know that in our subconsciousness is contains our total karma, the total karma of knowledge, of relationship of results. And we have accumulated the the seeds, the trees and fruits of knowledge, relationship, and results, um, positively, negatively, or balancedly in many lives. And what we have accumulated in many lives, we cannot change. But if you want to change the result, you have, so you can at first shift from the negative state to balanced state, and then from balanced state, pushes towards the positive states by draw out the lessons from the events, from the incidents, by um, having the good images, a good images of the result you want, by have the gratitude about, or by the good images of that result. And then the things that you need to do on the daily basis is accumulating blessing particles and merit particles so that you can water this garden with balanced particles and positive particles. And when you need them, you have you have them to use. So we need to use them. If we don't have, how can we use them, right? So we need to accumulate it. The thing that we need to do on the daily basis is accumulating blessing and merits. So that is how the operating principles of consciousness tell us. So I guess that's all I want to share today. If you have any question or any lessons, insights, enlightenment that appear in your mind, just feel free to share with us. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, so I guess um, we can wrap up here and continue on the next Monday. Okay, and please let me stop sharing screen. Thank you so much for your presence, for your time in this early morning, and you're here. Listen to my sharing. I really appreciate that, and I hope that you get some lessons, some insight or enlightenment for your life, and we will continue we continue this journey the next Monday around the same time, 4:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. And have a good day and nice weekends with your loved ones. and you can do many, many meaningful things with your loved ones. Thank you so much, and bye. Uh, I will stop live on Facebook. And I could end the recording here. See you on Monday.